cock if you cross my path, 'cause it's a great day for me to whoop somebody's ass. It's a bad day.
What is up, hooligans, and happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. We're going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. Let me see. First, I'm going to give a huge shout out to Obnoxious Scott. Thank you so much for the PayPal, Scott. I really appreciate you. You're amazing. Thank you so much. We are going to be starting with this first video titled Barren Trump's Emergency Call to the Police. He called the police, but the person he was calling for says that he saved her life. Then we got a video titled U.S. Leaves World Health Organization Over the Handling of COVID-19. That's really interesting because I'm pretty sure we gave them like full authority over us for the next time we have a pandemic. I wonder how that is affected now that we're pulled out of the WHO. Then we got a short video titled Deer Breaks in a New York Bank and Police Restrain. So Bambi Elk Qaeda attacking banks. And then we got a video titled Church Protestors Still in Jail After Judge Orders Release. So it sounds like those people are going to get released, which doesn't surprise me at all. Then we got our midlife break or funny video halfway through. Today was provided by Gingerfire and it's titled Don't Tease Them. Then getting back into the news, we got a video that is titled Defund the Post Office is what I titled it, but it's actually titled Postal Workers, which I think is a funny term, marches against federal immigration agents as daily protests continue in Minneapolis. Like I said, defund the post office. Then we got a video titled 5-year-old not detained by ICE but abandoned by his father. This is kind of a follow-up story because we covered the original video where protesters were claiming that a 5-year-old was detained by ICE because they're the frozen meanies. Then we got a video that is titled 5 people arrested in the shooting of Tippecanoe County Judge and his wife. So that's also a follow-up video. Then for the last little bit of the news, it is new video shows ex-Olympic snowboarder Ryan Wedding in FBI custody over alleged drug trafficking. This is also a follow-up video. It was quite a while ago, maybe 6 months or so ago. We covered a video about Ryan Wedding, and now they got him. Then we're going to be getting into the fun stuff, which we're going to be starting a brand new advent calendar today, and I think it's hot sauce, so I'm going to have to go check that really quick. Then we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Who Through, and it's titled Never Let Your Guard Down. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Ghostly, and it's titled Dear Diary. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. And what is up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Hair Juicer? What's up, Russell? What's up, Zero? What's up, 10 Man? What's up, Matt Rogers? What's up, Guest Summon? What's up, Snooks? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Kevin, you were first today. Happy freedom to you, Kevin. I appreciate you racing to the chat. Zero, you're omnipresent. I appreciate you. What's up, Dutton? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Too Old to Care? Happy freedom to you. Let me see. What's up, Magic Moon? Happy freedom. Matt Rogers, you are omnipresent. I appreciate you. What's up, Watchman? Happy freedom. What's up, Sind? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Ramsey? What's up, Peyton? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Thormac? What's up, Colty? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Let me see. What's up, Screaming Eagle? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy freedom to you. Make sure we get everybody here. Scrolling through. What's up, Elder Zoomer? Appreciate you sliding through. You hooligans, hit that like button. See if you can get us on the front page of Rumble. Oh, Rumblebot is working today. That's cool. I guess they're getting the Cloudflare thing fixed. I wonder if my alerts work. We'll check that in a little bit. What's up, Winston? Happy freedom. Happy Freezums. Yeah, I've already been outside today twice. It is -6, or it was, and the wind chill is -25. I think it's the coldest weather I've actually gone outside in. This is what I look like when I go outside. Look at the pain in my eyes. Frozen. They think I'm ice out here. I'm just a hooligan sickle. Either way, what's up, Plastic Quack? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on Kig? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. What's up, Meta? Happy freedom. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? Matt Rogers, you are truly omnipresent. I appreciate you. What's up, Starn? Happy freedom. What's up, Guess Who? Happy freedom to you. -15 out with -30 wind chill. Yeah, it is not fun outside. And what is up, everyone over on the Goof Tube? Anna Kims, happy freedom to you. Damon Walker, happy freedom to you. And what's up, John? Happy freedom. And what is up, everyone over on X? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. All right, so now before we get any further, I got to let you guys know, and we'll just put that in the background. Yesterday when we ended the live, I got a warning from Twitch. Now, if I would have already had a warning, they would have given me a strike. Now, it's not real clear why exactly they did it, but I have an idea. So let me get this pulled up real quick so I can stick it in your face. Let me see. Where's my post? Right here. I'm being accused of participating in fake engagement. I was either participating in follow for follow, or intentionally allowing others to promote this follow for follow, or rebroadcasting VODs. We'll explain that in a second. Or using third-party services, combining activity from other platforms or services on your Twitch stream during your simulcast, such as merging chat or other features, as this excludes or limits the Twitch community from the entirety of the experience of your live stream. Okay, so I went through and tried to figure out why this happened, because it's not obvious. And so I wrote customer service on Twitch, and I asked them about it, and they wanted to play stupid. And so they wanted to give me links saying, oh, well, go read the community guidelines, like it's not 2,000 pages of bullshit. And I was like, no, tell me what I did wrong so I can change it, so I can fix it. They told me straight up that they cannot tell me how to produce content and that they are not willing to speak any further on the topic, and then they closed the chat on me. They were refusing to help me. Now, what I think it is it's either the live chat that's on the screen right now, which I kind of don't think that's the thing. What I do think it is I think it's from showing the raids. I think because we're putting the raids on the screen and you can see somebody else's chat and you can see their whole live and shit. I think that's what's screwing us over. And so I'm in a weird situation because everybody's saying, well, kick Twitch to the curb. Okay, well, that's like $100 or something like that a month that pays the bills that I won't be getting anymore just because I kick them to the curb. And at the same time, I don't want to tear down my live just because these censorship bastards want to point fingers at me and mistreat me because they don't like me and my content, which they can gargle hard. But either way, that is something that happened to me yesterday. I feel like there's something else that happened to me now that I think about it, and I can't remember what it was. I'm sure I'll remember in a little bit. Either way, Twitch sucks, and so that's a thing. So when we raid out today, we may raid out after ending the live, or maybe we'll just kick Twitch. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna kick Twitch at the end of the live and proceed as normal and do our raid and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, I don't want to tear down the live because censorship doesn't like what the fuck I'm doing over here. I do not like that shit. I have enough problems, and I don't need these flamboyant wiener suckers out here hurting my doll hairs while I'm facing other bullshit. So anyways, that's a thing. By the way, it's cold outside. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into things while I go see what the advent calendar is next. Like I said, we'll be starting off with Barren Trump's emergency call to the police. Come on, Goof Tube. Don't you give me problems today. I've had enough. Anyways, like I said, this first one, Barren Trump's emergency call to the police. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Let's get into this.
Just days before his father's second inauguration last January, President Trump's teenage son Barren placed an urgent call for help to police in London. Quote, "I'm calling from the US," Barren Trump told an operator at the UK's 999 emergency line. "I just got a call from a girl, she's getting beat up," adding, "It's really an emergency." That call's transcript, released by prosecutors, now key evidence in the London trial of 22-year-old Russian national Matvey Rumietsev, accused of rape and assault, which he denies. The January attack allegedly witnessed in part by Trump, whose late-night video call to the victim was briefly answered by the defendant, whom Trump would describe in an email to prosecutors as a, quote, shirtless man with darkish hair, according to British media covering the trial. The victim reportedly praising Trump in testimony Wednesday, quote, "He helped save my life. That call was like a sign from God at that moment." Barren Trump, the only son of the president and First Lady Melania Trump, keeps a low public profile with no public speeches and few appearances. His father crediting the teen for his help finding ways to reach young voters.
He knew the youth vote.
On the night of the incident, the operator pressed Trump for details about the victim and how he knew her. Quote, "I don't think those details matter. She's getting beat up," Trump replies, adding, "I met her on social media." British media reporting that the defendant testified today that he told the victim in the fall of 2024 that he was, quote, upset about her talking to Barren Trump. Both the White House and the First Lady's office declined to comment on this case. Tom?
Garrett, thank you. When we return at 6, we thank you for watching. And remember.
Okay. So it sounds like there's actually something going on in the background. Like, I think Barren is like probably hitting on this girl, right? And they're like, maybe they like each other. And then this guy who's over where the girl is found out about it. And he's like, "You're sucking that Trump wiener?" Went and tuned her up. That's what it sounded like to me. But either way, we're going to get right into this next one. Like I said, U.S. leaves World Health Organization over handling of the C-19. Like I said, we're going to hop right into this. And then we will hop in the chat here. Come on, GoofTube, do the thing. Bam, here we go. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
Good morning. Welcome in here to Live Now from Fox. My name is Christy Matino. Thank you so much for being here with us. We do start off with some breaking news. Effective today, the United States has officially left the World Health Organization. Here's what we know. The U.S. finalized its withdrawal 1 year after President Donald Trump announced America was ending its 78-year-old commitment. I do want to share this post here with you. This is from the White House this morning, and it says, effective today, the United States has exited the World Health Organization. This fulfills President Trump's commitment under an executive order signed 1 year ago following the WHO's mishandling of COVID-19 and its ongoing lack of reform, accountability, and transparency. However, according to the World Health Organization, the U.S. owes more than $130 million to the Global Health Agency. And Trump administration officials acknowledge that they haven't finished working out some issues, such as lost access to data from other countries that could give America an early warning of a new pandemic. The U.S. is legally required to give notice 1 year in advance of withdrawal, which it did, but also to pay any outstanding financial obligations. The World Health Organization saying the U.S. has not paid any of its dues for 2024 and 2025. An administration official denied that requirement Thursday, saying the U.S. had no obligation to pay prior to withdrawing as a member. The organization is the United Nations Specialized Health Agency and is mandated to coordinate the response to global health threats such as outbreaks of Mpox, Ebola, and polio. It also provides technical assistance to poorer countries, helps distribute scarce vaccines, supplies, and treatments, and sets guidelines for hundreds of health conditions, including mental health and cancer. Nearly every country in the world is a member. On average, the U.S. pays $111 million a year in member dues to the World Health Organization and roughly $570 million more in annual voluntary contributions. Now, that's according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. In an executive order issued right after taking office, President Trump said the U.S. was withdrawing from the World Health Organization due to the organization's mishandling of the COVID-19 pandemic and other global health crises. He also cited the agency's failure to adopt urgently needed reforms and its inability to demonstrate independence from the inappropriate political influence of World Health Organization member states. That's a quote there from the Trump administration. Now, another Trump administration complaint is that none of the World Health Organization's chief executives, there have been 9 since the organization was created in 1948, have been Americans. Administration officials view that as unfair given how much the World Health Organization relies on U.S. financial contributions and on U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention personnel. The U.S. has ceased official participation in World Health Organization-sponsored committees, leadership bodies, governance structures, and technical working groups. That would seem to include the World Health Organization group that assesses what flu strains are circulating and makes critical decisions about updating flu shots. It also signals the U.S. is no longer participating in global flu information sharing that guides vaccine decisions. Trump administration officials say they already have public health relationships with many countries and are working to ensure direct sharing of that kind of information rather than having World Health Organization serve as a middleman. But U.S. officials did not give specifics about how such arrangements are in place.
Okay, talking about the World Health Organization, like I said, I'm pretty sure the old man Walter signed our life away to the World Health Organization. Something about the next time we have a pandemic, they get to basically have full control over what happens to us and our decisions and mandates and all that kind of stuff. And now that we're not a part of the WHO, I wonder if that also pulls down their authority to do that stuff. Because back when that was happening, everybody was talking about how it's a big deal, and now nobody's talking about it because it got memory hold, just like everything else. Either way, next up, we got Bambi Elk Qaeda, and it's attacking a bank. At first, I thought it was a police station, but I guess it's a bank. It's coming up next, but first, we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about these first 2 videos. This first one talking about Barren Trump calling the police after a person he was video calling was being attacked in the UK. The victim is saying that Barren saved her life. Now, like I said, and well, mix, okay, what they said in the video was, how do you know this individual? And Barren said, I don't think it's important that you know how I know them. The point is they're being attacked, which shows you how much he knows, because this is going to be taken to court. The phone call is going to be used as evidence. It's very smart of him to word things like that, in my opinion. He's got lots of training for young Barren. But what I think it is I think he met this girl online. They got the hots for each other. They're talking it out. They're doing whatever, long distance relationship, this, that, and the third. And somebody doesn't like that. That's what it sounds like to me. And so they went to go and confront the girl and cause problems. And then, of course, she probably threw herself on the ground. It was like, oh, my God, he's stabbing me right now. And so he came to white knight her, called the police and was like, hey, so-and-so's whooping her ass right now. And they're like, who is this girl? You sweet on her? And he was like, don't worry about that, man. I'm trying, but you got to save her life. Otherwise, I'm not going to get any. And so I think that's what happened with that. And at least they were able to prevent the attack and, get stuff done. And so hopefully that won't happen anymore. Then in the second video, President Trump pulling us out of the WHO because of their handling with COVID-19. And they claim that we have unpaid dues from 2024 and 2025. And Trump says we don't owe them anything. They can eat shit. So like I said, next up, Bambi Elk Qaeda attacking a bank. It's coming up. But first, we're going to hop in the chat and see what your hooligans think about those first 2 videos. 10 man, yes. Guess WHO is a money laundering scam? Yeah, I totally believe that. 0, no more paying people who hate us. Flu shots, give you the flu. WHO is no good for anyone. Yeah, I agree. Matt Rogers, about damn time. That's what I'm saying. Russell, Barron's getting freaky with that girl now? Probably. Ghostly, he was watching Cam Girls. He's like, I don't know, baby. Who's that behind you? Say, man, isn't Twitch owned by YouTube? No, Twitch is owned by... Oh, I think it's owned by some random dude, actually, but the entire Twitch server is ran by Amazon. And so when the Amazon servers go down, so does Twitch. Matt Rogers, but you can still celebrate when people raid you? Yeah. Yeah, if we get raids, it's fine. I really think it's showing somebody else's live on the screen while they got the chat up there and all that. I think that's what got me. But it could be the chat too. They might not like the chat. But the thing is about the chat is you don't, I mean, other than this little label right here, you know, there's nothing really saying where this chat is located. I don't know. But we ain't got a whole lot of strikes left. So if Twitch comes for me today might be the last time we live stream on Twitch. It ain't my fault, and I hate when this happens because these platforms punish me. They don't want to tell me why. They don't want to try and rectify it in any kind of way. They just want to cut me loose and treat me like shit. And then I have to tell everybody, hey, the platforms treat me like shit. And then everybody's like, well, if you leave, then I'm not watching you anymore. Like, it's my fucking fault. And so, like, I don't know. But anyways, that's a thing that happens quite often. What's up, Rappy? Happy Freedom. What's up, Relax? What's up, Pumpkin? Happy Freedom. Thank you, Pumpkin. I appreciate the compliment. What's up, MU? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Toast? Happy Freedom. What's up, Jay Tyler? Happy Freedom to you. Kevin, Jeff sure does hate deer. I've smoked so many of them in the car. It's the only time I've been in car accidents is with a deer. Tola Barren doesn't need a wingman. That's right. Colty, yeah, I'm scrolling to it. Thank you so much, Colty. I'm making my way downtown. I'm moving fast and whatnot. What's up, Jagula? Happy Freedom to you. There we are. Thank you so much, Colty, for that $10 Rumble Wallet donation. You're a badass, Colty. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate you, Colty. Thank you. Kevin, it's going to be a hot summer. I'm thinking so too. I've been asking people. I'm like, what do you think summer's going to be like if winter is this hateful? Because it is hateful right now. I haven't seen any exploding trees, though. Have you guys seen the exploding trees? Do you know what I'm talking about? Minnesota, Wisconsin, maybe Illinois, and Michigan. We're all in an exploding tree warning. Supposedly it's so cold that trees are just going to blow up, I guess. I don't know. That's what they're saying. I've lived here my whole life. I've never heard of that shit. So I don't really know what that is. Kind of feel like I'm missing out. I want to see some exploding trees. Toast, this morning the wind chill was negative 52. Yeah. The weather's a hate crime out there. My ears hurt just thinking about it. What's up, Butterfly? Happy Freedom. Butterfly, deer can kill you unless they're sausage or jerky. That's right. That's right. Yeah, Colty. Well, I was just making sure I didn't miss anybody in the chat because we're early on in the live, so I figured we had a bunch of people slide through really quick. I wasn't trying to be dismissive. I was reading at the same time I was talking. But I appreciate you, Colty. What's up, Lisa? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Smelly? Happy Freedom. Amazon owns Twitch. Does Amazon actually own it? I know they run the servers and stuff. I didn't know if they actually own it, though. Smelly, not really freedom here in Virginia since people didn't want to go out and vote. Well, happy freedom's not about the freedom we have. It's about the freedom we fight for. But I understand. They also want to abuse kids, shapeshifters. Yeah, it's no good. Stern, good for Barren. Yeah, it's a good deal. She said that he saved her, so it's definitely good stuff. What's up, Nachos? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy Freedom. What's up, Teasel? Happy Freedom. What's up, Crazy Nights? Happy Freedom to you. It's so cold that the outer tree is freezing faster than the inside. Yeah, but I haven't seen any of it yet. Like, they're warning us about it, but I've never seen a tree that was exploded by the cold. What's up, Nephilah? Happy Freedom. What's up, 1111? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Green Life? Happy Freedom. Heavy accumulation of ice and snowflakes this weekend. Yeah. I think we're supposed to get like some crazy amount of snow, but I'm just worried about the cold more than anything. I don't like being cold. What's up, Leonardo? Happy Freedom to you. Appreciate you hitting that like button. Ghostly, my brother's a lineman and have in fact seen exploded trees only from him sending me a video. Yeah. I haven't seen any videos yet, and I'm waiting to see if like maybe tomorrow there'll be some out there. Kevin, I've seen wood explode before. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's right. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, Deer breaks into New York bank. They figure everybody else is doing it, so why not them? Bambi Elk Qaeda trying to get a little side money here. It's coming up, but before we get into that, I want to remind you hooligans really quick, if you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, tomorrow, go post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this video pulled up. Now this isn't a very long video. Do the thing. Alright, hooligans, hit that like button. Let's get into this.
Of course. Yeah, watch your head. Watch your head on this glass. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's a couple things about that video. My favorite part about the video, and this is going to just rub everybody the wrong way. My favorite part about the video is when the police come into your yard and your dog barks, they do not hesitate to shoot that fucking dog. It's like they can't wait for it to happen, right? It's like they got a hard on while they're drawing their pistol at the dog, right? Deer with antlers jumping at you, right at your face, right? Don't even consider shooting the damn thing. Nope. Let's play nice with it. I don't get that. One's a dog and the other's a wild animal, but that's okay. Either way, Bambi Elk Qaeda trying to rob the bank. It was unsuccessful. It looked like the officer stuck his fingers inside the deer to get him up out of the window, so at least he got a little action while he was there trying to rob the bank. Either way, we're going to get right into this next video. Church protesters still in jail after judge orders a release. Is that so?
Just days after.
You ain't got to come in here and yell at me. Worse than the damn deer. Like I said, church protesters still in jail after the judge orders their release, which is nonsense. Hit that like button. Let's get into this.
Just days after protesters interrupted Sunday service at City's Church in St. Paul because one of the pastors works for ICE, the feds arrested 3 people. Community activist Nakima Armstrong, St. Paul School Board member Chantel Allen, and protester William Kelly. Later in the day, a federal judge ordered the feds to release Armstrong and Allen, saying the feds made mistakes on their arrest warrants.
You just let 2 people in, 2 white guys.
Demonstrators shouted as attorneys tried to get into the courthouse to see their clients late Thursday afternoon. They quickly found out that they were all booked into a jail in Elk River. Armstrong and Allen's mugshots eventually showed up on the jail website.
He was about to release him, and then the prosecution made a motion, right? Made a motion to stay pending a review of his order.
They're trying to isolate our clients, trying to make them think about, the gravity of the situation.
The White House shared a doctored photo of Armstrong's arrest, showing her crying. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem shared the actual photo, which showed no tears.
When I was present at her arrest, she was completely calm and composed and rational.
And that attorney also says agents accidentally arrested the wrong woman today, mistaking her for Armstrong. All 3 suspects face charges for conspiracy to deprive rights.
That's funny. Anyways, I realized that we just got raided. Thank you so much, E at Anton's, for raiding us over here on Rumble. Thank you so much for that raid. You're awesome. Thank you. I'm going to post your link in the chat. You guys go follow E at Anton's. It's King Biltong right here. Go give them a follow, and thank you so much for the raid. All right, hooligans. Let me see. Next up, we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Gingerfire, and it's titled, Don't Tease Them. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about these first two videos. First one, Bambi Elk Qaeda breaking into a bank. And like I said, I originally thought it was a police station, but it's a bank. And the second video there, church protesters that were arrested are expected to be released after a judge's orders, but they haven't been released yet. They claim that the White House put out a altered photo of the one person being arrested, and then it also said that they arrested the wrong person by mistaking them for the perpetrator, right? So does Fed Boys think that all black people look the same? Is that what they're saying? Anyways, like I said, we got our midlife break coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about those first two videos. Oh, well, thank you, Snooks. I try. Matt Rogers, fucking Democrats. Yeah. Getting them out of jail. Ghostly better charge all the rioters that raided a church, not just 3 weak-ass DOJ. Oh, those 3? Yeah, the weak-ass DOJ. That's what I'm thinking, too. I don't know why they only got a couple people if everybody in there was participating in the nonsense, right? 0. Yeah, the pastor is the field. Oh, my God, what is it? Let me see if I still got the notes here from yesterday. He is the field director for ICE in St. Paul. So yeah, the pastor is actually ICE, I guess. That's what the video yesterday said. And we talked about that. How one video said that he wasn't. The other video said that he was. As of right now, it looks like he is. Russell the deer wrecked the bank. Yeah. All of you guys talking about how it ran into the road, and I forgot to say something about that. They let the deer go, and the deer runs directly into traffic. And I was like, what if at the end of the video you just see the deer get smoked? And it's like, I don't know. They weren't severe enough with that deer. He was looking for a Subaru. Guess something? That's exactly what it was. He thought it was a Subaru dealership, not a bank. Yeah, 0. No worries. What up, big boy? He's so tired of me today. Yesterday he was being rambunctious. Today I'm being rambunctious. What goes around comes around. Colty, that'd have been so epic. Damn thing gets hit by a freaking truck right as it went through all that trouble to get it out of there. Yeah. They're like, oh, look, it's running directly for traffic. And it's like it just causes 3-4 cars to get in an accident. Then they blame the bank. And then they take everybody inside the bank to jail because the justice system's a fucking joke. Either way, what's up, Hat the Cat? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Sausage King? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Neurodivergent? Happy freedom. Jay Tyler, what are you talking about? Oh, let me see if the labels are working because they were down. I think it's this. They might still be down though. That's why we don't have the numbers on the screen saying how many official hooligans we have. I think, let me see if there's another way I can tell really quick. I think we're like 40 hooligans away from 100. Yeah, it looks like that other website is down still. That gives, yeah. Keep getting this bullshit. There's something wrong with the notification site or whatever. They need to fix it, but that's why our numbers aren't on the screen. I'm not sure what the number is right now, but it's not 100 though. I know that. It says it's 80, but I don't think it is. Last time I seen it, it was like 61 or something. Jay Tyler, it's not the same thing. We're looking for official hooligans in order to eat the spicy jerky, not just people in the chat. But I appreciate you keeping an eye on things. What's up, Kung Fu? Happy freedom to you. Colty, I need you to arrest Don Lemon already. I think a judge blocked Don Lemon from being arrested. Special treatment or being flamboyant. I'm not sure what the reasons are yet. What's up, Weevo? Happy Freedom. Runs out, gets hit by a car. Yeah. That's what I was thinking when I screened the video, but I forgot once we started the live. Jayla, just eat the pepper. I don't have any milk or anything like that. I do got olive oil though. G-Chaps, do it for the gram. I haven't heard that in so long. Go see the buck should have been made into jerky. That's what I'm saying. Why'd they let it escape? So we can rob more banks, because that's what they do. Lisa, eat the jerky. I want to see you in pain. We're working on it. Smelly, they also want to lower the jail time for armed robberies. I don't know. Our justice system sucks. I know that. What's up, New York girl? Happy freedom to you. The deer break was about a half hour from you? Well, you better stay safe out there. Bambi Elk Qaeda is not playing. What's up, Tony Rich? Happy freedom. Guess who? Armstrong is an employee of the St. Paul School District. So he's an ICE agent, a pastor, and an employee at the school? Interesting. He's a busy guy. What's up, Mr. Lynn? Happy freedom to you. What's cooking? Oh, I don't know if I'm cooking today. I haven't made it that far. It's been kind of a rough day. Crazy Nights, I thought bank glass was stronger. I don't know. Bambi Elk Qaeda is a super weapon. When President Trump was talking about, you know, we got weapons that nobody even knows about. That's what he was talking about. Bambi Elk Qaeda. Zero. I don't understand why you're saying that to me. They were talking about the guy specifically. Butterfly, the judge had blocked Lemon's arrest. His wife works for Walls, the AG. Doesn't surprise me. Special treatment for everybody. As long as you're friendly and you're capable of making friends, you will be successful in life, because life is about special treatment and the people you know. Unfortunately, for people like me that isolate themselves and stay the fuck away from people, I don't have a lot of friends, which means I'm not very well connected, and that seems to be why bad stuff happens to me. Anyways, moving forward here, like I said, we got our midlife break, and today was provided by Gingerfire. Let's get this pulled up real quick. Now, like I said, this was provided by Gingerfire, and it's titled, Don't Tease 'Em.
Apparently the funniest video on the internet right now. Let's watch it. It's enough internet for the day. This is apparently the funniest.
All right. Well, they didn't burn enough calories doing that. I know that. Anyways, getting back into the news here. Next up, post office workers march against federal immigration agents as daily protests continue in Minneapolis. So we need to fund the post office, like right now. And I've been saying that for years, because I hate those people that work at the post office. Anyways, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, if you'd like to join the membership program over on Rumble and become an official hooligan, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So you got to open a browser, come to rumble.com, come to live, hop in the chat. And like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We have chapstick emojis, scream and goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. Let's get this pulled up. about how post office workers got time to be out here protesting ICE. It's federal workers protesting other federal workers. That's what's going on. We pay them too much. That's the damn problem. Anyways, hit that like button and let's get into this.
Get ICE out! Protect our routes! Get ICE out! Protect our routes! Get ICE out! Protect our routes!
All right, so they're going to show a little bit of this screaming and hollering and stuff, and then they're going to interview, I think, one of these idiots, and then we're going to cut the video after that because the whole rest of it's just them marching around.
I've seen them on my route. Two of my customers have reported that they're trying to break into apartment buildings, and a couple of my customers have told me that they've been attacked and tackled at a local shopping center. And these people are by and large citizens, and immigrants, but they're citizens. And they deserve to be here. They've earned their place, and they're good people.
Okay, so that's only half the video. The other half is more of them walking in circles and screaming, and I just figured I'll save you guys the trouble. But yeah, we pay the post office too much. We should just defund those people and just go ahead and get the AI and the robots in there because these people got too much time on their hands to be doing this stupid shit. Oh, they're good people. Yeah, they broke into the country illegally. They're great. Next up, 5-year-old not detained by ICE, but abandoned by his father, which is not surprising because it's an illegal. Either way, it's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about post office workers walking around the block being really mad about the frozen meanies out here picking up illegals. Zero earned their place by breaking the law. Yeah, those people are brain dead. 10-man fucking hippies. Yeah. I don't know. I can't stand the way the post office operates. It's terrible. And then anytime you talk to those people, I assume it's like this everywhere, but it is absolutely like this here in Michigan. When you walk in there, it's like you threw them out of bed. It's like you just coming up to the counter and they're just like, how can I help you? Like, sorry, you got to do your job today. Like, you're a federal worker. You get paid holidays and everything else. Don't act like I'm bothering you by buying stamps. Like, sorry, Margie. Like, shit. Drives me nuts. I hate going in the post office. I like it about as much as going into a police station. It's just fucking stupid. And then these people want to be out here complaining about illegals. Do illegals use a lot of the mail system? Other than, you know, shipping drugs into the country and stuff? Because I don't think they do. So why is the post office workers even give a shit about this? It doesn't make any sense to me. Ghostly, yeah, that's how I feel too. I feel like the cards are stacked against me and I don't like it. Russell, yeah, fuck ice. It's cold ass weather. No, that's what I'm saying, Russell. It's cold outside. Matt Rogers, protect our routes. That doesn't even make sense. Well, they claim that they're being hassled by ICE while they're out. I mean, what does that look like? Right? You're a mailman. So you're dressed like a mailman. You probably got a mail carrier bag or you probably got the truck with you, right? So ICE is stopping you. ICE is asking if you got your credentials on you. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Now, if you're just randomly walking down the street, maybe they'll stop you and ask you, hey, you got an ID or are you breaking into the country? I could see that. But if you're a mailman and you're dressed like a mailman, I highly doubt ICE is like, hey, buddy, did you break in to become a mailman? I mean, maybe they're desensitized from the truckers, right? Because there's like 500,000 truckers that are driving around that are illegal and they're driving freight and stuff like that. So maybe they're desensitized to that. They're like, maybe the post office guy, he might be an illegal. I don't know. I don't know, but they sound like they're crying for no reason. Snooks, what about a male woman? They identify as a male man too. In my eyes, here there's more male women than there is men. And they're always disgruntled. I think I'm seeing a pattern. What's up, Pickles? Happy freedom. Cheeky Chops, hoes mad. They is. What's up, Cass? Happy freedom to you. Cheeky Chops, I know you're not calling me Unc. Are you older than me or younger than me, Cheeky Chops? Butterfly, I wonder how many. Oh, I can't read it out loud because it's fucking Twitch and YouTube. There's not even a way I could spin that. Let me see. I wonder how many of them have lady balls amongst the libtards. I bet lots of them. I bet half those protesters are dudes in dresses. I'm fired up. I wish it was Saturday today. I am in the mood to speak my mind. I can't find it now, but somebody asked in the chat, they were like, the glass is bulletproof but not deer proof. I guess that's what happened. I don't know, I always thought banks were really secure too, and then you just see this deer just bouncing off the walls, and it's like, well, the deer made it in. Maybe they're lying to us. T1, I don't trust Benny. Why is that? There's a lot of people that like, what's his name, Benny Johnson? There's a lot of people that like him. A lot of people tag me in his videos. Pumpkin, I'm not sure about Benny. Why do you guys say that? It always, I mean, I don't care. It's, you guys are free to feel however you want to feel. I've just never heard anybody say they don't like him before, and now there's multiple of you in the chat saying that. Somebody was saying that shit the other day about JD Vance. JD Vance can't be trusted and all this stuff, and I wonder where that's coming from. And some people said it was Q stuff, and I think that's weird because the lefties don't like JD Vance, right? Because he's weird. JD Vance is weird. And now half the conservatives don't like JD Vance. Why? Well, he can't be trusted. Why? Some asshole on a forum told you to think that. Oh, okay. I haven't been given an actual reason yet. I just keep hearing, well, I was told this. I was told to think this. It's not good. It's not good. That's lefty material, but I hate saying that because people get all mad at me. Like I say all the time, it's easier to be tricked than it is to inform people that they're being tricked. Thormac takes Benny way too long to get to the point. I could see that. I've never seen him live or anything like that. I always, like I said, I get tagged in these videos and I go check it, and people seem to kind of kiss his ass. So very interested to hear like why you guys don't like Benny Johnson. And again, you're free to not like him. I don't care either way. But I've just never heard this side of the story, and I'm interested. Jay Tyler, we the chat make a free speech Friday night. We'd have to cut off YouTube and Twitch. I'll consider it. What's up, keep it salty. Happy freedom to you. Shroomish, happy freedom to you. What's up, enter user? Happy freedom. Shroomish, his connection to Peter Thiel, JD Vance, he kind of came from nowhere. Yeah, JD Vance did kind of pop up out of nowhere, and that's what I was saying when he was selected as VP. I was like, who the hell is that? I like the way JD Vance behaves, but it's always on stage in front of cameras. Who knows what he acts like behind closed doors? I don't know, like this hate for, it's not hate, but this resistance to JD Vance just seems to be coming out of nowhere. Cheek Chops, anyone that has a bush? What about him? I'm not scared of a little bush. You need a place to hide sometimes. What's up, Metal? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Giggling Spy? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Sind? If I can get you already, happy freedom. You like Benny? Yeah. Rappy, you like Benny? Hasn't given me a reason not to trust him. See, that's what I've always heard. I'm just interested why the resistance is happening. And it's fine. I'm not trying to pick a fight with people. I'm interested to hear, like, you know, what's the other side of Benny Johnson. What's up, Captain Seamus? Happy freedom to you. 10 man, damn, Unc. I don't know why I'm being called Unc. It's not good. I've always heard that as like saying uncle, right? Like you're talking to somebody older than you. You're like, damn, unk is kind of a slight jab. Like saying like you're getting old. Like you're an old guy. Damn, unk. But I guess the Gen Zers or whatever, when they say unk, it's abbreviation for uncool. So not only are they calling you old, but they're telling you you're uncool too. It's like a double whammy. What's up, Hair Juicer? Happy freedom to you. Ghostly, yeah, I love this. I like the ones of cats, where they got cats that are all, they're all whatever. I can't think of the phrase I'm trying to think of right now. They all got the bust downs and stuff. Love that. 10 man, you don't care for Benny Johnson? Yeah. Zero, Benny is funny sometimes, yeah. I see his clips, but I've never seen him be live. I guess he gets interviewed on a lot of platforms also. 10 man, I'm still leery about Vance. I don't know how to take him. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird because there hasn't been any, I don't know, off-camera stuff that's really happened. They've shown pictures of him in his youth, and he just looks like a Midwesterner. And they said that he was doing inappropriate stuff with his couch, which is why they were calling him weird. They said he was banging his couch or something like that. I don't know. But that's all I've ever heard. I've never heard, well, like Trump, right? They were just saying a couple weeks ago that Trump was dumping bodies in Lake Michigan or some shit like that, and there was information in the Epstein files that came out that directed attention to that. Now, supposedly it's nonsense. It's a false accusation that has already been debunked. But when they released the Epstein files, they just released everything. And so it caused speculation again. And so all the liberals were doing hashtag Lake Michigan. And it was supposed to bring attention to President Trump dumping baby bodies in Lake Michigan. I don't fucking know. But there's a lot of stuff about Trump that's come out that could be one way or another. Or it's bullshit or whatever. That kind of stuff hasn't really come out about Vance yet. So it's kind of hard for me to really determine how I feel about Vance. He seems fine when he's on stage and stuff, and there's a lot of people saying they're going to vote for him the next primary. Him and Rubio is what people are expecting. I see a lot of people saying that, but we'll see. Guess I get it. My couch is hot. More cushions for the pushing. I mean, if you're going to bang something that smells like farts, it might as well be a couch you own, right? God, I wish it was Saturday. That's all right. Here, Juicer, YouTube pushes Benny. Sus. That is sus. They don't normally push conservatives. Guess I'm blinged out. I was trying not to sound old because only we say blinged out. The kids today, they don't say that. They say bust down, which bust down is actually supposed to be something specific, but it's becoming a vague term for blinged out. Russell, you like Vance? Yeah, there's a lot of people that like Vance. Snooks, I like JD a lot and did from the beginning. Yeah. Ghostly, what 13-year-old hasn't looked at the crack of a couch and thought, oh yeah. You're cracking me up. You guys need your couches investigated. I don't even own a couch. There's no couch here. It's just me and the Klaus Daniels. I don't know. I might have to give me a couch. What's up, Electric Hammer? Happy freedom to you. Hooligans are cracking me up today. What's up, Booze of Flames? Happy freedom to you. Saying he ain't no salty cracker. You're talking about Benny Johnson? Yeah. Kevin, my nieces and nephews aren't about to call me by name. They call me uncle out of respect. Yeah, Kevin. No, we're not really talking about that. Just talking about internet slang. People calling each other unk. Screaming Eagle, unk for uncle, old head. That's what we use it as. Gen Z uses it as uncool. So if you're on TikTok, you see people calling each other unk. They're not just suggesting that you're old. They're also suggesting that you're uncool on top of it. Which is fine. They're Gen Zers, so you can just, say you're going to slap them in the face, and they will react as if you did. That's how it goes. You gotta be careful with that, though, since everybody wants to call the police. Colty, and then they have to explain it to you. It's a 3-part burn. It is. Then they just hand you ointment afterwards. Cheeky Chop, she spoke with me today. How fresh does it get? Pumpkin Benny takes 30 minutes to tell a story and it's too long. I could see that. Dormac, I like JD. I think it's all propaganda. It could be. I'm open-minded to any of it because, I mean, there isn't really anybody going to Capitol Hill that's not going there to line their pockets, right? They're all going there for their own reasons, and to save us isn't usually one of them. So, I like to choose who's going to be the most entertaining. I try not to get involved any more than that. Kevin, when they have kids, they got to call me Uncle the Great. That's right. We're going to have to make you a t-shirt. Meta, were you able to pick up the card from the post office? No, I couldn't make it that far. Wesco is 2 blocks away, and I almost died going to Wesco because the wind chill is negative 25 right now. The post office takes me about 40 minutes to walk to, and I probably wouldn't have made it back alive. I couldn't make it to Dollar General yesterday. I was going to walk to Dollar General, and I got about halfway, and my jeans had already been frozen, but they were starting to freeze to my flesh. And so when I would walk, you would like feel the jeans like pull off of it was like ripping my skin off. Like I thought that my jeans were going to be covered in blood when I got home because like my legs were freezing. And I don't know, I've been going hard for 50 days or something like that. 52 days, I think it's been. Where I've been walking like 13 miles outside and shit on a daily basis because I can't handle the stress. And yesterday I almost didn't make it back to the house. So today when I was walking to Wesco and it felt like death by the time I got there, I knew I wasn't going to be able to make it to the post office. But I'm going to try on Monday though, Meta. Lisa, we don't need a post office anymore. Not if they're going to be out there protesting. Smelly, they've arrested so many illegals for DUIs. Yeah. Yep. We've covered quite a few of them. It's a lot of these illegals. When they get picked up or they commit some big crime and they make it on the news, they're like, oh, he's been arrested 5 times for DUI. Yeah, he was arrested, but he was never deported. And here we are. Guess who? The Logan Act violation of protesting by federal employees. Interesting. I've never heard of that. I'm going to have to look that up. Come on, show me the thing. Show me your thing. The Logan Act prohibits private citizens from engaging in unauthorized diplomacy with foreign governments to influence, dispute, or defeat U.S. policies. It does not apply to protests or domestic political activities. Federal employees' right to protest and protected under the First Amendment as long as they are off duty, not in uniform, and not implying government endorsement. Their participation in peaceful demonstrations is legal and protected by free speech. Interesting. I don't know, guess who? I'm not sure. What's up, Larry? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Love Tina? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Brian? What's up, Canna? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. What's up, Blizzard? Happy freedom to you. Blizzard, Benny is a chicken little clickbaiter. His headlines never match the video. Interesting. I've seen a lot of people doing that with the protests lately. I see a lot of people like all capital letters, chaos breaking out in the streets of Minnesota. And I click on the video and it's 12 liberals freezing to death with signs in their hands. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I don't know. And then people are like, how come you're not live? Because I don't want to cover 12 people who cut their wieners off standing there freezing outside. I could show you that. I'll just take the camera outside. You guys want to see that dumb shit? I prefer to cover it when there's fire in the streets. What's up, Slenderella? Happy freedom to you. Ten man, anything, let's see, negative anything degrees is not out and about weather. Yeah, you got some fake ass people living around you. They can't give you a ride. Yeah, 10 man. I mean, I'm alone, 10 man. I mean, all I have is you hooligans. And it's enough most of the time, but it's hard when I need a ride. When I need to leave the house. Everything happens the way it's supposed to. I assume. I keep saying this to you guys in the voice chat. I don't think I've said it on the live, but there must be quite the blessing heading my way for the shit I've been eating for almost 2 months. I mean, I'm at the end of my rope. And so I assume that God has something great for me coming up next, because everything happens the way it's supposed to. So I assume things will work out. I'm just trying to keep the faith. What's up, warrior? Happy freedom to you. All right, hooligans, let's move forward here. Ghostly, don't you say that. I'm good. I'm good on that. Cracking me up. All right, hooligans. Like I said, 5-year-old not detained by ICE, but abandoned by his father, says Trisha McLaughlin or McLaughlin. I don't know how you say her name. She's kind of cute, though. Anyways, this is a follow-up because we did cover the story. It might have been yesterday. Covered the story about lefties claiming that a 5-year-old was detained by ICE. And they also had 3 other instances where children were involved in an ICE detention situation, right? Where they were showing up to do an operation. They were trying to detain people. And in the news clip, they were highlighting the children. But in most of the cases, the children were being accompanied by their parents who are illegal. So if you're going to take one, you're going to take them all, right? And the news is spinning it to make it seem, oh no, Frozen Manies, they're kidnapping kids. So this is a follow-up to all that nonsense. And Trisha, who's in the middle of the screen there, she's the spokesperson for DHS. So if anybody knows what's going on with this bullshit, it's going to be her. So this is a follow-up, like I said, on that whole situation. And once again, it's titled, 5-year-old not detained by ICE, but abandoned by his father. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
Action protest planned today in Minnesota to protest ICE's involvement there. You've got more than 50 Minnesota labor unions, nonprofits, other community organizations calling for a complete economic blackout in the state. This, of course, as the legacy media tries to invent a controversy accusing ICE of detaining a 5-year-old boy. I mean, it just amazes me, Tricia, that you're dealing with all the real world challenges of this issue, and you got to spend time pushing back and trying to respond to fake narratives about ICE detaining a 5-year-old boy when the facts just don't show it.
No, the facts don't show it at all, and this is a horrific smear that we're seeing the mainstream media and politicians on the left, including Kamala Harris, take and run with. The facts are actually that this little boy was abandoned by his own father. His own father was being approached by ICE agents when he ran and abandoned the child. Our law enforcement, in these frigid temperatures, stayed with the child, tried to bring him into custody with the mother, who actually would not take the child into custody, which is so sad, so horrific. Our law enforcement officers actually were taking care of the child, brought him to McDonald's, were playing his favorite music to really calm him down. This is, as Mark, there's major riots forming around our law enforcement officers. That is horrendous that the child is having to face this, but our law enforcement officers were taking care of him, and he's now reunited with his father in a federal processing facility.
And it's important to note that this morning, wind chills were in -50 there. And this man left his child out on the frigid cold streets. As you said, that's the real story, but not the one you'll hear on other media outlets. I want to get to this. The other big news today, as Mark mentioned right off the top, that protesters are now taking to the streets for this day of action, calling on residents to skip work, skip school, don't shop, don't go anywhere. I guess just go out in the streets and protest because they want to disrupt ICE as they continue to do their job. What do you make of this and what we're going to see play out today?
Well, they clearly don't have the facts or would like to ignore them to further their own agenda, because the facts on the ground are that just yesterday we arrested a convicted murderer from Laos, an individual who was in a 617 blood gang. We've arrested scores and scores of child pedophiles. And these agitators and these politicians who are emboldening them, that is exactly who they are protecting. ICE would not have to have this visible presence on the ground if Tim Walz and Jacob Frey would simply let us into their jails, Charla. As we speak, there are 1,360 criminal illegal aliens sitting in Minneapolis's jails. we know that those individuals will likely be allowed back out onto the streets of Minneapolis because of those sanctuary city policies. All we are asking for is for them to have state and local cooperation when our law enforcement officers need backup, when they're being attacked, when they're being obstructed, when we give a call to 911. Answer it, give us backup, and also let us into those jails so that we can prevent those violent criminals from going out and creating more American victims.
Yeah,
Tricia, and as you well know, federal officers in Minnesota, they arrested 3 individuals tied to the anti-ICE protests at a church in Minneapolis over the weekend. Now, thanks to the FACE Act prohibiting the use of force or threats to intimidate or interfere at a place of worship, those individuals have been charged. One of them actually...
Okay, at this point, they're just stating opinions and stuff. They're not really doing anything with those yahoos just talking about it, which we've already covered that. So either way, they're saying this illegal had fled and abandoned his 5-year-old kid while being approached by ICE. ICE agents took care of the boy when even the mother refused to take the child in. The child is now in a detention center with his father. Now, like I said, when we covered the video either yesterday or the day before, the left was trying to claim that ICE was targeting kids. That's what's going on. And just like the post office worker said a couple of videos ago, they earn their way. They belong here. Oh yeah? Well, they're willing to abandon their child to run away from ICE. So that doesn't sound like somebody earned their way. Not at all. So, I mean, you know, if they're willing to do that to their own kid, what are they willing to do to you? What are they willing to do to your kid? You know, and that's why they need to go. It's because of that. They want to come here and be an American. They should have came here the right way. And that's all there is to it. It's not about skin color. It's about life or death. It's about being secure. It's about structure, right? It's about being happy and being whole. You can't be that way if you got predators lurking around when nobody even knows who they are or where they came from or what their intentions are or what they've done in their life, right? You have no idea. These monsters came across the border undetected because nobody was paying attention to them. They just opened the gate wide open, was like, come one, come all. And now they're here living amongst us. And so we got to get them up out of here. Next up, 5 people arrested for shooting of Tippecanoe County judge and his wife. It totally undermines the story when you got a name like that. But either way, we covered this story about this judge and his wife being shot through the door of their house after somebody came and knocked on the door claiming that they were looking for their dog. Now, this is a follow-up to that, and it's really interesting because when we covered the video the first time, they didn't know anything. They didn't know if there was one or more shooters. They didn't know who it was. They didn't know anything about it. Now they've got 5 people arrested, and they think that they're all related to Vice Lords, which is a gang if you don't know. But either way, that's what's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about ICE taking care of this 5-year-old, not targeting him. Zero, technically the dude on the left in the vest asked DOJ to arrest him. Yeah, we played it yesterday as the funny video of the day. It wasn't the funny video of the day. I think it was our midlife break. Matt Rogers detained in my ass. They took him to lunch and took care of him better than his parents. Yep, absolutely. And now he's in a detention center, which is bad because of the parents, right? They shouldn't have came here illegally. I don't know. That's just a sucky situation for any kid to have to sit there in a detention center. Man, these dumb fucks can act an ass in freezing cold weather but not work. You know, I've been thinking the same thing. I'm like, God, you're out there in freezing cold weather screaming and hollering about somebody else doing their job. Like, you got a lot of gumption for somebody that's, you know, worrying about other people's problems. Silly lefties. What's up, Information Warlord? Happy freedom to you, and thank you so much for that doll hair donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Information Warlord. Thank you so much. Says, happy Elon Musk, oh, I can't say that, is a flamboyant POS. Hooligans. There you go. Thank you, Information Warlord. Patriot Dad, happy freedom to you. I want more ice in my liberal tears. That's right. Keep them crispy. What's up, Bill Tong? Thank you for joining us again. Happy freedom to you. What's up, My Feed? Happy freedom to you. Electric hammer? Oh, I see what you're saying. I couldn't tell what you were saying. I figured it out. Cheeky Chops, why are you saying that? Jeff's middle name is Nostradamus. I don't know about all that. Cracking me up. Kevin, see, the kid got McDonald's. He's okay. Yeah, he was probably having a blast. He's like, can I shoot the gun? They're like, yeah, but you got to yell taser, taser first. And it's like, all right. They're like, you want to drive the car? He's like, yeah. Do your thing. What's up, Janik? Happy freedom to you. Enter user, the kid is warm, fed, in a bed. Yep. I'm surprised they didn't try and charge the father with like child endangerment or something, like their neglect. You abandon your kid to flee from law enforcement. Seems like there should be consequences of that, but I mean, as long as they kick him, kick that person out, I guess. What are you making us guess, son? 10 man, if people don't see what's going on now, they won't see. Yeah. Some of them prefer not to know. When we were in the lockdowns, there was a lot of people on a regular basis who would tell me not to tell them what's going on. Because I couldn't separate it. Now I can separate it because we've been doing this almost 6 years. But in the beginning, it was all I had. And so everybody I talked to and interact with, I'm like, did you know what happened yesterday? Blah, blah. And they're like, I don't want to know. They're just happier without it. But in some cases, it makes them part of the problem. Zero. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Is that the stuff you posted in Hooligans Alley where it lists the illegals? You can look through them. If the numbers you posted are correct, those are super low numbers. Because if you do the math, it equals like 25,000 illegals or something arrested or deported. That is not 25 million. But it's a good start. Ghost, you got a new job today? Well, congrats to you. That's badass. Matt Rogers having tacos tonight made with goat. I've heard that that's actually pretty good. I've never had goat meat before, but I hear it's awesome. Picture dad negative 25 wind chill right now. Yeah, that's what it is here too. It's awful outside. Electric hammer, people not knowing what's going on is what got us into the mess we're in now. Yeah, I agree. Meta, yeah, it'll be fine. I'll go there on Monday and it should be all good. What's up, Lurkin? Happy freedom to you, and thank you so much for the bits over on Twitch. Really appreciate you, Lurkin. Thank you so much. Let me see. So far, we haven't been disciplined on Twitch. I think we're going to be okay. We'll keep an eye on things. I forgot for a second there. What's up, Metallica? Happy freedom to you. What is your name? We'll go with Butts. Happy freedom to you. What's up, Salty Ginger? Happy freedom to you. Love Tina, it's a shame that there's a few who bring a kid thinking that that's the way in and then just, just leave. Might be a good thing for the kids because the dad has been a creep. Well, they're both together. They were separated, but once they caught the father, they gave the kid back to the dad. Now they're both in an ICE detention center. But in a lot of instances, the children don't belong with the illegal because they were receiving these kids from human trafficking through the cartel, and they would come here with a child because we would give them more money, because if you come here with a kid, you're considered a family instead of being solo. And so you would get extra money and probably a place to stay and stuff like that. You get more benefits. And so they were just purchasing children to come into the country and get those benefits. But then after a while, they started checking the children to see if the children belonged to the adults. So they started sedating the children. And if a child is sleeping or doesn't feel well, they didn't have to answer questions from law enforcement. So then the illegals were bringing in trafficked children that were sedated. And so You know, now we're in the situation we're in. Who knows if they even determine that that child actually belongs to the so-called father. They may not even be related. That could just be the child they came into the country with. And maybe the child was happier with ICE because they're used to being with strangers, because they're used to being trafficked. That's why these people have to go. It's a huge web of nasty stuff going on. Thank you so much, Stern. Really appreciate you gifting a sub over on Twitch. You're awesome, Stern. Thank you. All right, hooligans. Let's move forward here. Let me see. 5 people arrested for the shooting of the judge and his wife. Now, like I said, this is a follow-up video. But before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick about our friend Larry. Larry could really use your help. He is in need of a kidney transplant, and he has a surgery date scheduled right now, which is good news. But he's been in and out of the hospital, and he's obviously got a lot going on. I put together a page for him over on the website. It's got his story, details, links, and he even made a GoFundMe. If there's any way you can help our friend Larry, please go check out his page over on the website. Let's get this video pulled up. Like I said, this is a follow-up about the judge and his wife being shot through the door of their home. And things are bigger than I expected. I thought maybe it was a person or two. Maybe the judge ruled against them one way or another. They didn't like it, and so they come to do something bad to the judge. But it's actually like a whole operation by this gang. Hit that like button and let's get into this.
Five people are now charged in the shooting of a Tippecanoe County judge and his wife.
And the investigation has so many layers, centered around a man who was supposed to go on trial this week in Judge Steve Meyer's courtroom. Rich Nye has been looking into this story. He's here now with more on how you were able to kind of sort out what we've learned. There is so much here today.
Yeah, stay with me here because there's 5 different people involved and a lot of layers to this. Police believe that one man carried out the shooting, but believe that all 5 people are connected. Now, this is Judge Steve Meyer in Superior Court 2 in Lafayette during an unrelated trial last year. The judge and his wife, Kimberly, say that someone knocked on their door Sunday afternoon. Judge Meyer did not open the door. The person said they were looking for their dog. As soon as the judge answered, "We don't have your dog," the person fired shots through the door, hitting the judge and his wife. Judge Meyer was shot in the arm. She was shot in the hip. Both are recovering. Now, this is Thomas Moss of Lafayette. He has multiple felony convictions. Moss was scheduled to go on trial 2 days after the shooting for being a serious violent felon with a gun, intimidation, criminal recklessness, and domestic battery. Court records say Moss is also a high-ranking member of the Indiana chapter of the Phantom Motorcycle Club, which claims to be outlaw. Moss is also associated with the Vice Lords gang. This is Rayland Ferguson. Investigators believe he is the shooter. Court records say that Ferguson is captured on surveillance video approaching the judge's house wearing a white mask. Police believe he came to the house 2 days earlier with a fake food order. Ferguson is a business partner of Moss, and they're both alleged members of the Vice Lords. 3 more people are charged. Blake Smith allegedly bought the gun that was used in the shooting. The Phantom Motorcycle Clubhouse is allegedly his residence. Amanda Millsap allegedly offered the alleged victim in Moss's trial that was supposed to start this week a $10,000 bribe not to testify on behalf of Moss and the Vice Lords. And police also believe Ferguson went to the victim's home in Pennsylvania earlier this month and knocked on that door with the same white mask. And Zanata Greer is the owner of the car that police say was used to drive to the judge's house and also all the way to Pennsylvania.
So what are the charges for all these people?
So the 3 men are charged with attempted murder and other charges. That includes gang and habitual offender enhancements. Millsaps is charged with bribery and obstruction of justice. And Greer is charged with assisting a criminal and obstruction of justice.
Wow, what a web.
Yes, and these new charges will be tried in Judge Meyer's courtroom. But they're assigning a special judge through the Indiana Supreme Court.
And you mentioned the judge and his wife both recovering.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe Judge Meyer may still be in the hospital, but they're both doing well.
Okay. Rich Nye reporting for us this afternoon. Thank you.
Okay. So I was not expecting all of that when we covered the story originally, when all we knew was that somebody knocked on the door, they claimed they were looking for their dog, and then they shot the judge and his wife through the door. I didn't think it was going to be all this. They're saying that 5 people are involved in the shooting of the judge and his wife, or at least that's where they are right now. They believe that one of them was the shooter. They believe another one of them bought the gun that was used in the shooting. And they believe another one of them provided the car that was used to get to the judge's house. They all seem to be connected to the Vice Lord gang, which is going to amp up their charges quite a bit because it looks like gang activity. It's rough stuff. I wonder if there's anybody else out there, if they're just going to focus on convicting these 5 people. Just because they've been detained doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to get convicted, but we'll see how it all turns out. Next up, we got the last little bit of the news, and it is also a follow-up video. Now, in this one, it's about Ryan Wedding, who is a drug kingpin who's been trafficking drugs Mexico, U.S., and Canada. He also used to be an Olympic snowboarder or something like that. He went from being an Olympian to being the modern El Chapo. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this story about the judge and his wife being shot by these 5 losers. They're all related to Vice Lords. Matt Rogers, damn, how many people did they think they needed? Well, they're a bunch of idiots, because anybody who commits crime knows the more people you commit crime with, the more people who can rat on you. And that's the whole deal. You ain't trying to invite everybody to go commit crime, because it only takes one of them, you know, to spill the beans, and then everybody's going inside. So I don't know. They're just a bunch of idiots. You could tell they look like they do drugs and make bad choices. So, you know, what goes around comes around. Mayor Rogers, how many of the gang members have been convicted by the judge? That's a good question. That could be why they were targeting him and his wife. Oh, also in Hell, Michigan, it's -4 right now, but it feels like -19. So Hell is frozen over, just in case you guys were wondering. Thank you for letting me know, Snooks. Enter user, crooks always turn on each other once they get caught. Yep, I sure do. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much for the support. It says, happy freedom, Jeff. Take my money. Thank you, Patriot Dad. I appreciate you. Colty, what are you talking about? Are you responding to somebody? Or are you talking to me directly? It's hot in here. It's hot in my house. This is like an old folks high rise here. It's 76 degrees in this room right now. Look at Klaus Daniels. Not a worry. Can't even tell it's negative death outside. Colty, Walmart's basically out of everything right now from people panic buying. See, I haven't been able to go to the store other than Wesco. I was wondering, flashbacks from 2021. That's what I was saying yesterday when we were covering that story. It's like the toilet paper all over again. People panic buying. And I don't get it, because it's only supposed to last for like a day or two. I don't know why people are going out there and they're like, we need 40 rolls or 40 cases of toilet paper. We need 3 weeks worth of food right now. Like, I don't know why people are doing that. The fear mongering must be great on the TV for this. The exploding trees has got people scared. Electric Hammer, I feel bad for my people back in Detroit. Why is that, Electric Hammer? Colty, they panicked, bought the shit out of everything yesterday. Yep. See, that's so dumb. People are so dumb. It's frustrating. Jay Tyler, phone's acting like... I can't say that word because YouTube, it's a long story, but cyber criminals monitor YouTube lives because they enjoy messing with you while you're live. And so if you say the H word, it also could mean cyber criminal. They target you. I don't know how they do it, but they do. Anytime I say the H word, all of a sudden I start getting password reset emails and shit like that. Jay Tyler, do you have antivirus stuff on your phone? I think you can get, what's the good stuff called? What is this called? Malware bytes or whatever. That's pretty good. I don't know if you can get it on your phone. I got it on my PC. I also put AVG on there just because it's free, and sometimes it helps. But I would look into that. There's a bunch of free virus protection stuff. If I was you, I'd put it on the phone. Do all the scans. Make sure you do the most advanced scans you can. Deep scan, all that kind of stuff. And reset the phone and then see if it works a little better. Oh, I see what you're saying, Colty. I was just double checking. Bill Tong, people are insane when they think that we're going to have a few bad days. Wonder what people will do when the actual shit goes down. I wonder about that stuff too. And the thing is, I think a lot of people think about it and they kind of like when this stuff happens. Like when we went into lockdowns, yeah, it sucked. But a lot of people were excited because it was new. You didn't know what was going to happen. Like maybe it was going to be the end. Maybe we were going to be told to get on the train. We didn't know. So a lot of people felt it was exciting. So I don't know. And I think a lot of people don't realize that. I think it happens subconsciously because life is monotonous for a lot of people and stuff. And so if it seems like the sky's falling, like, hey, let's, kind of act out of character. It sucks when people panic by though, because not everybody is scared. Some people just need shit, Like toilet paper. When you need toilet paper, you need toilet paper. Enter user Bitdefender. I don't have that one. I might have to get it though. I got like one of everything. After I had my identity stolen, I don't mess around with cyber criminals. Jay Tyler. Yeah, I'm not worried about YouTube listening to me. I'm worried about cyber criminals monitoring my YouTube because of how bad they got me when they stole my identity. Done. Just got a code to reset my Apple password that I haven't used in over a decade. People always try getting into accounts. Yeah, but when my identity got stolen, they took all of my information. They posted it somewhere on the dark web or maybe multiple places. And so waves of this happens to me. And it's been 3 years now. On April 1st, it'll be 3 years that it's happened to me. But I get it for everything. Emails, accounts, bank accounts, my phone, my computer, everything. And there's only so much you can change. It's annoying. Cyber criminals suck. They're like pedophiles of the internet. Colty, nobody wants to steal my shit. I just don't like being locked out of my stuff. Bill Tong, that's alright. No need to conform. Be yourself. Ghostly, panic buy condoms. You can never be too safe. That's right. That's right. That's good advice. You guys are all like, oh, they can have my identity. Yeah, until they put credit cards in your name, or they rent a vehicle in your name and total it, or they try to get a mortgage in your name, or they go and commit crime and use your credentials to leave behind to keep the heat off of them. Then all of a sudden you got real problems. And that's, I'm telling you, I got my identity stolen. I was worried about that shit. Because there was symptoms of it happening. Meta, how do trees explode from freezing? I don't know, but people in the chat were saying that it has something to do with the outside freezing faster than the inside. Because the inside's got sap and all that kind of stuff. I don't really know. Like I said, I've lived here for 36 years. I've never heard of exploding tree syndrome. It's not exactly what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it. Thank you so much, Lurkin, for those bits over on Twitch. You're badass. Thank you so much for the support. And thank you, Stern, for gifting another sub over on Twitch. You're awesome, Stern. Thank you. What's up, Plokester? Happy freedom to you. Salty Ginger, they keep saying the ice is going to knock over trees and take out power lines. Yeah. I've seen a lot of people talking about that too, worrying about the power going out, which that's a real thing to worry about for sure. Salty Ginger, Detroit's so full of people, so you need to get your water and candles and chips and Twinkies and stuff. Yeah. Love Tina, it's really cold, I tell you. It is. Yeah, this is, let me see if I can find it again. I was showing it earlier. Before you guys were all in the chat. This was me right before the live. It's cold outside. A little bit. I posted a video on, I think I posted on all platforms. I'm wearing all that, and people were bothering me. They were like cruising next to me. It's a highway I'm walking next to. It's 55, and people are like slow rolling up and then just like cruising at walking speed next to me, because they're trying to determine, am I Antifa, am I ICE, because nobody has anything better to do here. And so I was just like go on, like leave me the fuck alone. If I was Antifa, if I was ICE, what are you gonna do? You ain't gonna do shit. So keep rolling. Just keep driving your van on. Go on. I posted that video and somebody in the comments was like, "You're a troublemaker and you know it." Getting coffee makes me a troublemaker? So sick of people. Anyways, let's get into the story. Like I said, from Olympian to Kingpin. This guy has been busted, which is pretty much breaking news. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Breaking news, we have new video of former Olympic snowboarder and fugitive Ryan Wedding in FBI custody. This was the moment that agents escorted the 44-year-old Canadian off a plane after a touchdown in Southern California this morning. Wedding, who's accused of running a drug empire, was taken into custody last night in Mexico. He was believed to be hiding in the country for more than a decade. It landed him on the FBI's top 10 most wanted fugitives list.
And just to tell you how bad of a guy Ryan Wedding is, he went from an Olympic snowboarder to the largest narco trafficker in modern times. He is a modern day El Chapo. He is a modern day Pablo Escobar. And he thought he could evade justice. But these brave men and women put together a prosecution package, put together an investigative package, put together an operation strategy. And here we are today, bringing him to justice.
Let's go live now to CBS News senior coordinating producer Anna Schechter. Anna, what else can you tell us about this arrest?
Well, this is really the culmination of a massive effort. He is allegedly the mastermind of this ring, but there were more than 10 others charged as part of this ring back in November, other Canadians and a couple of Colombians. So what was going on was the cocaine was coming from Colombia, going through Mexico up into California and other states in the U.S., as well as to Canada. And so he allegedly became a very powerful and rich man. He engaged in witness intimidation tactics, including murder. So these are very serious charges that he's going to face. And of course, we're looking out for an updated indictment and an arraignment hearing date, and the U.S. justice system, the legal system, is going to proceed apace, as it always does with all of these cases.
Now, Anna, we know Ryan is Canadian, and in this case like this, or cases like this, do we know why the U.S. is taking the lead here? I mean, he's charged with doing crimes in Canada as well.
Well, this is a great question. So back in 2002, he was an Olympian for Canada. He was an Olympic snowboarder, and I think he got 24th. He wasn't a gold medalist or anything, but he made his way to Mexico, and the U.S. government and the DEA has their arms in Mexico. They are always looking to block the flow of drugs. So many come over the Mexican border into the United States. And of course, as we report in communities around the country, it ravages these communities. So it's not surprising that the DEA would have looked at this ring. They don't only charge Americans, of course, but you're right, the Canadians probably helped. They want a piece of this. In fact, there was a Canadian official who flew down to Southern California and was present at that presser today. But of course, it was FBI Director Kash Patel who led the conference, and the FBI's LA field office chief who also spoke. So the FBI has a lot more resources. This is a massive operation, and they clearly were focused on this ring, and he was the drug kingpin. And, you know, they identified a good story. They know a good story when they see one, because last May he was added to the 10 most wanted list, and the reward was upped to $15 million. That is a huge amount of money for anyone, and I would definitely say more than for most that the FBI is looking for.
It'll be fascinating to watch this case unfold. Anna Schechter, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, it's interesting that they actually caught this guy. They're saying that Ryan Wedding has been arrested. They're calling him the modern day El Chapo. They claim that he's been running an international drug ring and has even called for hits on his opposition. He'll be in federal court in Los Angeles. We'll see if they actually convict him. Maybe the government will recruit him. It's kind of hard to say. And then you see, like, with these protesters at the church who were being charged with high felonies, now they're being released from jail. So we'll see what happens with Ryan Wedding. Either way, like I said, that is the last little bit of the news. We're going to get into the fun stuff. We're going to open today's door of the Advent calendar. I need to figure out if this is from Tory Wayne or not. I am not sure, but this is what we're cracking open today, and it's got hot sauce in it, which I'm pretty excited about that. I'm not sure who it's from, though. I had a note, and the note disappeared somehow through all the stuff that's been going on in my life. I think it's from Tory Wayne, though. If you know otherwise, please tell me in the chat, because I would like to shout out appropriately. But either way, brand new Advent calendar. And then we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Who Through, and it's titled Never Let Your Guard Down. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Ghostly, and it's titled Dear Diary. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about Mr. White El Chapo. Zero, hiding in Mexico, I call BS. He'd stick out like a sore thumb. The cartel was done using him. He became too notorious, too much heat. Perp walk is for show. Yeah, I bet you're right, Zero. Russell, it's going to end up being a movie? Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Ghostly, the Canadians didn't help? Stop lying. Yeah, they were saying that they're working with the Mexican government, and that was it. Canada wasn't a part of it, supposedly. Russell, he might. It depends. It depends. If he's got enough doll hairs, he'll probably be sitting nice. Because some people, like these guys that commit white-collar crimes, if they can't determine that those doll hairs were obtained through criminal activity, that's still your money. And so you be in prison, but you're balling. You got all this cash, and so you got commissary, you get special treatment, you could be in a cell by yourself. Some of these really wealthy people that go to prison, they got like a king-size bed, they got a TV, they got cable. I mean, it's like they're just locked in their bedroom for the next 20 years. So I don't know. He might get roughed up by other inmates. It just depends where they put him. All you guys talking about how tall he is, I don't know if it's a fair comparison. A lot of those people around him when he was coming off the plane were women, which there's nothing wrong with being a woman, but they're not usually that tall. Ghost, remember when Biden traded the Merchant of Death? Yeah, I remember. Thanks so much, King of Biltong, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Biltong. Thank you so much. Says, I got to run. Have a great weekend. See you guys next week. Cheers, Jeff, and everyone in the chat. Thank you, Biltong. Enjoy your weekend. Colty, put me in a cell all by myself, bring me food every single day, and don't threaten me with a good time. Yeah. Doesn't sound so bad if you got all that money. Butterfly, he should have played with his snowboard more. Do not sell drugs, kids. Yeah. I wonder how he even got into that. Being an Olympic snowboarder comes with a lot of opportunities, I bet. I don't know why he decided, let's sell drugs and ruin my life. I don't know. Electric Hammer, does anyone ever collect the reward money? I've been wondering the same thing. Because they were saying, well, we don't know if anybody's going to get the $50,000 or whatever they were offering. I don't think I've heard of anybody actually successfully getting money from law enforcement when they offer these, cash prizes for information that leads to the arrest. I don't think we've covered a story that ever said that, yeah, they're going to get the money. Jay Tyler, I just wonder if he's taking the fall for the boss man. I don't know. When we covered it before, they were saying like he's the top of the food chain, which sounds weird. This lengthy white dude is doing well in Mexico among the cartels. That just, I don't know, it just sounds weird to me. Enter user, he ran the biz out of LA. Yeah, that's what they were saying. Enter user, I look suspicious when I'm all blacked out. Just trying to stay warm. And in that picture that, let me see if I can find it again really quick. The hat and the coat were Christmas presents Christmas before last. Not this last Christmas, but the Christmas before that. So if I look suspicious, it's because you guys bought me suspicious stuff. You guys helped contribute to me looking suspicious. But that's okay. I'd rather look that way. I like everything matching. Culty, yeah. Well, I just feel like, I don't know, when you're at the top of the food chain, like an Olympic snowboarder, he could have just been legit. He could have came out with his own snowboards, or he could have done, I don't know, scholarships for kids. There's like all kinds of stuff he could have done that would have made a lot of money and got him a lot of publicity and not got him any prison time. And he was like, nah, I need the prison time. Flukes are going to get coffee. You mean like to the kitchen? No, I was walking to Wesco. Salty Ginger, he was just a younger Walter White that started with way more contacts. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see if he actually gets jammed up. They might let him go. What's up, Blaze? Happy Freedom? Zero, need a big old America flag attached to the back of your jacket. It might help. Help me get shot in the back. Ryan Wedding was the 25th of the top snowboarders. Yeah, I mean, he didn't have to be the very best, but he still could have got a deal. Colty, why don't you brew your own coffee? It's so much better. You need a coffee maker and supplies. I'll send you that shit. I don't know. Making my own coffee never tastes as good as getting cold coffee from Wesco. It's like $2, and I don't even have a cup, a 32-ounce cup. It's like a half gallon. It's the size of my head. I don't know. Plus, it gets me out of the house. I hate being here at the house because of all the bad stuff happening to me. So I'd rather not be here waiting for potential doom. So I don't know. Hair Juicer, he helped a lot of college students get laid. Cracking me up. All right, hooligans, let's get into the fun stuff. Like I said, we're going to be opening a brand new advent calendar, and I think it's from Tory Wayne, but I'm going to have to figure out how to double check. And then we got our 2 funny videos of the day. Like I said, the first one's provided by Who Through, and it's titled Never Let Your Guard Down. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Ghostly, and it's titled Dear Diary. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, if you'd like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the video description. We have PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee. You can send something to the P.O. Box, or you can even send crypto. Let's crack open this brand new advent calendar, but before we do, I built one of the big figures from the Lego stuff. This is one of, I think, 4 or 5 that I finally put it together, okay? I don't know how, it took me like 2 hours to put this together. It's the whole sleigh, And then we got Bambi Elk Qaeda here. This one hasn't robbed a bank though, so I got gypped a little bit, but that's okay. This is the big figure, and like I said, we got Santa Claus, the Nutcracker, and I think a Christmas tree. Also, I'll try and have that stuff finished by Monday and show you guys my cool little Legos here. Anyways, like I said, I think this is from Tory Wayne, but if you guys know better, please tell me, because I'd love to give credit where it's due. But this is our brand new advent calendar here. It's not exactly an advent calendar, but that's how we're going to use it. And we're going to crack open some hot sauce and try it out. I'm going to have to get a spoon. I don't think I should just take a shot right out of the bottle. Maybe. I am a hooligan. Where are we starting? How do we begin this? Let's see. Let's pull a tool here. And outside of the camera's view, there we go. Don't need any more problems. Cracking open the hottest of hot sauce. It's not the hottest of hot sauce, but it's hot sauce. We're gonna take this first one here, pop it out the bubble. Okay, this first one is garlic herb. And I think I am gonna need a spoon. This is the garlic herb. And it comes in this fancy glass bottle here. Very nice. Let me grab a spoon really quick. I'll be right back. House Daniels, keep them entertained. Oh yeah, yawn at them. That's you're doing a good job. Doing a good job. Cat toes. Yes. Okay, let's try some of this garlic herb. Oh, it says it on the back of the bottle. Garlic herb hot sauce. Look how bad I shake. It's so bad. Come on, come on. We looking at Big Booty? You good boy. Most of the time. Have you guys seen that new movie Sinners? They're trying to say that it's gonna win more Golden Globes than Titanic. I watched that bullshit last night. Anyways, I got her open. Took her pants off and everything. Let's give her a try here. Pretty vinegary. A little jalapeno in there, maybe habanero. At this point, I'm half spider bite, half hot sauce. Can't say that too loud. The government try and pick me up as a weapon. All right, got a full spoon here. Cheers, hooligans. It's got some vinegar in it. It's a little bite. It's a little hot. It's not real hot, but it's a little hot. I don't even know what to say. The garlic is pretty good. Oh, I need a napkin before I touch my face. Hold on a second. Oh. It's not bad. It's a little hotter. It's a little hotter than Tapatio. A little bit. It's not bad. Garlic flavor is good, but the vinegar flavor is very strong. Little bite. I bet it's definitely got jalapenos in it, but I think it's got a little bit of habanero sauce in there. Not bad. We got to validate who sent me the hot sauce. I'm pretty sure it was Tory Wayne, but I got to figure it out. But either way, thank you so much for the hot sauce. We got many more ahead. Let's get into some funny videos here. Oh, I can feel it in my sinuses, clearing me right up. I think it's making my vision better. Get into our first funny video of the day. This one was provided by Who Threw, and it's titled, Never Let Your Guard Down. Gotcha. Got smoked in front of everybody. She thought she was being cute. Now you got shit stains on the back of your dress. Getting into our official funny video of the day here. This one is provided by Ghostly, and it's titled Dear Diary.
For the love of Jesus, not everything needs to be shared.
My asshole hair is so long that when I wipe my butt, sometimes the toilet paper pulls my butt hair out.
You could have hooked my nipples up to a generator and not gotten that information out of me. Stop using social media as your personal diary. For the...
You need to trim that bow fro. Well, hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm going to grab this link really quick. I'm going to drop it in all the chats. We're going to read through. We get the Pledge of Allegiance coming up. We're going to end the live on Twitch, and then we're going to raid out over on Rumble. And if you don't know, we got to do that because Twitch disciplined me yesterday. They gave me a warning because I believe it is because I showed the raid. So we're not allowed to show the raid anymore on Twitch. If that rubs you the wrong way, you're going to have to make your way to a better platform. There's nothing I can do about Twitch being soft. I don't work there. Either way, there is the link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, would really appreciate it. All of you guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, the Hooligan AI, and our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. Like I said, we're going to read through. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up, and we're raiding out over on Rumble. Hair Juicer, the Jerry video? I don't think so. I don't know what video you're talking about, Hair Juicer. Russell, I have nice ass hair. You just couldn't wait till Saturday. Thank you for letting us know, Russell. Now we know. Zero, every time Jeff walks away, there's an earthquake. I never thought about that. That's nice and entertaining. Snooks, just chug it. I mean, I could. I already did a quarter of the bottle, right? I just finish her off there. It'd make pooping easier. Oh, no, I totally forgot about that, Hair Juicer. I need to do that. You're right. I need to post the jerky video. I will work on that at some point. We got voice chat coming up, so probably after that. I totally forgot. Thank you for reminding me, Hair Juicer. Zero, Salty Grower on Wednesday was hilarious. We played What the Dub. What is that? Thank you, Thormac. I appreciate you being with us. Thank you, Cass. Cheeky Chops, you're not supposed to treat it like that. It's just a little pearl. You're just supposed to roll it. Thank you, Pumpkin. You're the bestest. Thank you, Screaming Eagle. Appreciate you being with us today. Thank you, Colty. What's up, Sly Dog? Happy freedom to you. Shroomish. Yeah, you're right. Twitch is holding us back. Damn platform. What's up, Bulky? Happy freedom to you. Colty, I remember when the Titanic came out because it was the first time I got had a good time at the theater. My goodness, Culty, you're lucky you didn't get caught. People here used to get caught all the time doing interesting stuff in the theater. Cass, are you cold? I'm not cold right now. It's pretty cold outside, though. I can feel the wind burn on my face. It was hitting me through my mask, and it's deathly outside. What's up, Roy? Happy Freedom. Like, my weather app thing says that you can catch frostbite to exposed skin in 30 minutes or less because it's so cold outside. Apparently, I'm immune to frostbite because I was outside for a while. Cheeky chops, my goodness. Smoking me today. Kills, thank you so much for joining us over on Twitch, and welcome to the family. You're officially a hooligan, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. What a badass. Guess who? Jeff's booty hole is going to be screaming for ice later. Instead of an anti-ice protest, it's an ice protest. You have to apply the ice cube directly. Zero, you bundled up pretty good, but now you need ski goggles to protect your eyes. I know, that's what I was kind of thinking too. I was going to wear sunglasses earlier, but I figured it wasn't going to help me look any less suspicious. Appreciate you, Rappy. Thank you for being with us. All right, hooligans, it's that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, hooligans, we have to end the live on Twitch because we are going to raid out over on Rumble. And according to their community guidelines, I'm not allowed to show that stuff on Twitch. So if you watch on Twitch, you are welcome to make your way to a better platform. You can use the link list link in the description or whatever they call it. It's like a flyer or something. I don't know. It's not my fault. You got to blame Twitch. So I appreciate all of you guys watching over on Twitch. Give me a second here to end your live, and then we're raiding out over on Rumble. So everybody else stay seated. And I appreciate all of you guys being on Twitch. Is that it? Was it that fast? I think it was. It is. The feed has been disconnected. Rumble Studio is pretty badass. Anyways, let's figure out who we're raiding over on Rumble. She chops home of the horses. That's what she told me. Well, everybody's live. Let's see, who have we rated so far this week? Rotella, Toasty, Salter Grower, and We Are the Show, which means today is Cat Dog Day. Ooh, he's playing Dead Space. That's badass. Hopefully YouTube doesn't cry all over the fucking gameplay. They're gonna be like, oh, it's too scary. Fucking platforms. Anyways, guys, get ready to raid. We are raiding the magical cat dog here. Make sure you guys hit that like button, and let's get raiding.
Uh-oh. What the fuck? Oh, shit! Jeff Mack with the motherfucking raid! I appreciate you coming in. Hooligans, happy freedom, everybody. Hopefully everybody's being safe and not freezing your asses off because it's cold as shit outside. I appreciate you, Jeff Mack, with the motherfucking raid tonight. I hope you're having a great Friday. I appreciate you coming in, spreading the love, and smashing the fucking like. What's up, Cheeky? What's up, Elder Zoomer? Jagula? Magic, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Watchmen. W's in the chat for the fucking Jeff Mack raid. Sir Pickles. Conservative Colt, appreciate you. Appreciate the follow. JT, Papa Fuzzy. Monty, Conservative Colt. Zoomer, all you guys. Happy freedom. Pumpkin, welcome in. It's 80 in Florida. Bro, it's like negative something here, bro. It's cold as shit. Ranch, I appreciate you coming in, man. You guys want to see a fucking... You guys want to party it up real quick, huh? You guys want to party it up real quick? Fuck it. Fuck it. This is what we're living for, chat. This is...
Fantastic raid, you hooligans. Cat Dog is hilarious. I love raiding Cat Dog. He's awesome. All right, we're going to read through really quick, but we are wrapping this up. We'll be live again tomorrow for Free Speech Saturday. I should have mentioned all of that before raiding out and exiting Twitch, but you know, it is whatever. Either way, if you grab that link at the very top of the link list, there is a free week coupon for jeffmaclive.com. If you would like to join us over there with hooligan status, you'll be able to participate in the voice chat tonight. You'll be able to watch it live and have access to all the features on the website. And if you join today using that free week coupon, you'll have all week to use the features, and then next Friday you'll be able to join us in the voice chat as well. It's free. There's no strings attached. It's not going to ask you for a credit card. It's not going to charge you money after 7 days or anything like that. You will just have access for the 7 days, and if you like what you are getting a peek at, you are welcome to get a full membership because your account will remain. You'll just log in and, you know, do the thing. Either way, join us. It's going to be lots of fun. I'm not sure what we're going to do today, but it's always fun for a voice chat. So definitely give it a thought. And like I said, the coupon is at the top of the link list link. If you've already redeemed the coupon, you can only do it one time, but it's only $10 if you want an official membership over on jeffmaclive.com. So definitely consider it. Like I said, tomorrow's Free Speech Saturday, so we will be live with Coffee with Hooligans, but we will not be live on Twitch or on YouTube because we don't have time for those soft-ass community guidelines. It's not my fault. I don't make the rules over there, but we will be live on Kick, Rumble, jeffmaclive.com, as well as X, so keep that in mind tomorrow for Free Speech Saturday. Like I said, we're going to read through really quick, and we're wrapping her up. Ten-man jamming out. I know. Cat Dog cracks me up. Russell, heading to the voice chat. Sounds good. Good Lord, Dutton. At least you got a wife to keep you warm. I'm just stuck with Klaus Daniels here. Aw, Magic Moon, I'm sorry you're dealing with that. Sounds like a headache. What's up, Ranch? Happy freedom to you. Appreciate you, MU. Thank you for being with us today. What's up, Scott? Happy freedom to you. Scott, you're not Odd Faith, are you? I'm trying to think. Because it's somebody's birthday today. Scott Claus don't want to go outside? Nah. Oh, thank you, Meta. I appreciate you. And Monday I'll get the I'll go to the post office and get everything taken care of. Hey, thanks for being with us, Teasel. Zero, it's Odd Faith's birthday. Yeah, but it's I'm trying to think because there's two different odds. One is Odd Faith, and I can't remember what the other one is. But I can't remember what their other names were because they have different names on Twitch, and I can't remember what they were because I don't think they're on the website anymore. I know we're all wishing them a happy birthday, but I was hoping we would see them in the chat. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Happy freedom to you, Scott. If I didn't get you already. All right, hooligans, it looks like we were good to go. Like I said, consider joining us for the voice chat over on jeffmaclive.com. We do it every Friday after Coffee with Hooligans. And like I said, if you use that coupon at the top of the link list, it is for a free week, no strings attached, no credit card needed. Just get a free week over on jeffmaclive.com with hooligan status, so you'll be able to join us in the voice chat. And like I said, all week you'll have access to all the features on the website, and then you'll be able to join us next voice chat over on the following up Friday. So definitely consider it because we're doing the thing. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow for Free Speech Saturdays, Coffee with Hooligans. I really appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you for helping me cover the news, and thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. You guys are fantastic. Stay warm and stay safe because it is deathly cold outside, but definitely have fun and go find some good food, and I will try and do the same. And like I said, make your way back to us tomorrow for Free Speech Saturdays, Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch, I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.